here we are. Now, today was the first day back to school since Christmas break. For the kids, couldn't have been a better day. It was snowy, but mild, not too windy. Couldn't ask for a nicer day to have to restart walking these guys to school. As you can see, we still got piles of snow, but it's melting off a little bit. But by Wednesday, we're expecting more snow. We're supposed to get what? As strong, if not stronger, a storm that just came through the nor'easter through the United States. This is the result of what they got here. We had about, I don't know, I'd say 2 inches of snow from that nor'easter blast. We're usually on the wrong side of the Great Lakes. And to get a lot of that here in Belleville, but we did get a little bit. There's another one coming from the west, though. It's supposed to bring high winds, miss the U.S., and smack into us. We're like in the bullseye area for that storm. So, Wednesday or so, that's what we're looking at for that. For now, I guess we sit and wait and see what happens. I hope everybody's had a good Christmas and good New Year's, and you enjoyed the weather cam. That was something new I tried and seemed to get a lot of views, for sure. Last time the weather cam was out, we had over 50 views. So there was some interest. It was a pretty high rated video for us, to be honest. And we're happy to see it. We can't be really out vlogging in this. It's just too cold for me and my equipment. Trying to give you a view of the overall depth of things through this window the best I can of this area, which is the back of the apartment building where the balconies are. Can't get on our balcony right now because it's all blocked off. We don't use it much in the winter because a lot of times the door fills up with snow like you can see across the street there, and then the door freezes shut, so you can't use it. It is definitely overcast out there, but there has been some off and on sun because there's a lot of breaks and it's pretty thin. Overcast. The sidewalks are clearing up better than they were this morning. The salt is finally starting to work. Starting to work its way through the crust that was on the ground. As you might imagine, it's been pretty warm here since Christmas, so it had to just get super cold and icy out. The ground had to ice over for all the snow to stick. Now, we can't really say that we've got much frost out there because it hasn't been cold enough for frost. Even the trees didn't get no frost. The leaves just kind of left on their own accord. We had pretty much no fall color in many of the trees to speak of, really. In a bit here, I'm going to flip over to the front side of the building, give you a view where the weather cam was. The streets are quite clear, the traffic is moving smooth. The sidewalks are looking a lot more clear than they were this morning. That is basically what I can say. It's clear and mild. Yeah, I know you can see the guy out there just with a light vest on and running shoes. Not really too cold at all. A little concerned about this empty apartment on the second floor. Across the way, though, with the windows and the screen wide open over there in the snowstorm. And if it was my apartment and building and it was an empty apartment that I was trying to refurbish, I certainly wouldn't want the windows wide open in the snowstorm with the wind blowing in. The snow. But that's what they got. 2 windows at least wide open. We do have windows open here because it's very mild. Any chance to get fresh air inside? No. Cold weather when the heat's on is a good thing. Like I said, we're having an okay time here. I think the cold we had is finally deciding to weaken and fall away. At least I kind of hope that's the case. It was a lot easier walking today. We didn't have any trouble breathing, which means the congestion is clearing up. Of course, we didn't have to run our face through the winds and the cold wind and everything else this morning. That always makes it harder to breathe. Cold air just kind of sucks the oxygen right out of your body. That's part of the reason why we don't do more walking vlogs in this stupid weather. Yeah, just too cold. The gimbal dies, the phone dies, and I spend a lot of time heavy breathing. Trying to walk. It's ridiculous. Some of the cold out there is ridiculous. Right now, like I said, it's mild. But those wind chills can get to minus 20, and that's ridiculous. That really starts to hurt. When the wind is blowing in your face and in your nose, and no matter what you put on, you can't stay warm. And too many layers are deadly because you can only take so much off when you're walking, vlogging. See the planes up there? I catch it. You can see it up there. We live not too far from the military base in Trenton. The planes come in here and out of here all the time. Snow is starting to tumble off of the buildings and stuff like that. That's always a good sign. Hopefully some of this will melt off before more snow comes in the next day or two. And we're supposed to have well over a foot of snow in this area for Wednesday. And I'm not looking forward to that at all. Sometimes it does miss our direct area, but this one looks like it's going to whale everybody in this part of Ontario. Going to beat us all up. So, as promised, here's the front window where we did the weather cam from. We'll probably have another weather cam out there if the weather gets bad on Wednesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, whatever. Whatever, definitely Wednesday night or whatnot, hopefully after the kids are home from school, because that would really suck if it was during that time for sure. Yeah, while I'm standing here, I'm trying to find a good angle for snow cam even. Oh wait, I can't get it quite as high as I up doing the snow cam as I can holding the gimbal. This cough is still here off and on when my sinuses aren't totally clear. But it's getting way better, way better. Actually slept through the night last night for the first time in more than a couple of weeks without waking up choking and coughing and whatnot. It's like Miss Ellie told me this morning, I can't wait for spring, Dad. I can't wait for spring. Yeah, me either, really. Christmas is over. Time to bring on the warm weather, and I know in about 3 weeks it'll be getting light earlier and it'll be getting dark later, and spring will actually start to look like it's on its way. We'll just be past Groundhog Day, heading for St. Patrick's Day. We're starting to see a lot of St. Patrick's stuff online now. And so signs of spring are starting to show up everywhere, even online, on videos, on advertising. St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's Day, that is definitely, and sometimes Valentine's Day is the first spring feeling type weather coming about. So that's definitely something we're looking forward to in the very near future, in fact. Today's the 8th of January, so we'll be like midway through. Ellie is kind of excited because she has a concert this weekend coming up. Going to see the Mini Pops and whatnot. She has her VIP pass. So she's got some mid-month excitement, we will say, coming her way. Got the TV on mute here, and nobody's home. This is the first time everybody's been out of the house in a long time. I mean, since November, everybody, somebody in some way or form has been sick with whatever is going around. And even though all the COVID tests come back negative, I kind of question some of the symptoms that we got possibly being that stupid new variant of COVID somehow or some way. It just took too long for this respiratory problem to go away. It was not real flu-like. There was not a lot of fever and stuff like that. It was just pure, like, breathing issues, stomach issues. People are still complaining about upset stomachs and all that stuff. Nobody was eating well. I'm just glad it's over. Hopefully soon we can get back to a podcast or two, and I definitely cannot wait to get back to blogging and events. Trying to keep my nose as close to the news as I can, because I know the ToyCon that used to happen in August happened in very, very early spring last year. It was like March. So we're going to have to keep our eyes open for the ToyCon. I don't really want to miss that if I can help it. To keep your ears peeled, because some of that is coming your way. We didn't get to do the Glanmore House Christmas lights and Christmas decorations, but I'd like to get to do something with that in the very near future. And definitely some more walks on the East Hill area, and want to get into more talking and more history if I can. I have to get my wife more involved in this, and she's definitely going to have a long, busy summer, because she's got a lot of stuff that she's going to be doing too. Yeah, she has plans to go to a convention in Texas, I think, if money doesn't hold her back. And she's already got some of the tickets and stuff that are non-refundable. It's always hard to tell what's going to work and what's not going to work with the way the world is today, and increase in prices and everything else that's been going on. No. Illnesses and outbreaks of violence everywhere. Who knows what's going to happen? Sometimes you're better off not making plans in advance, because nobody wants to give their money back when you put it in advance, and definitely don't want to lose it. And some of this stuff is forced closures and forced shutdowns, and safer not to do it after you pay for it. So like I said, I hope you really appreciated the weather cam, and hoping to get back to the podcasts and the blogging as soon as we can. Definitely got our feelers out for new phones and stuff. See garbage trucks out here, recycling trucks, but it's not recycling day until tomorrow. At least I hope tomorrow. I haven't heard anything about changed schedules, but I do see a recycling truck down the street. So anyway, everybody's getting better. At least it seems like it's getting better. Able to sleep through the night more without waking up with problems breathing and coughing and needing medicine and all the other yucky yucks that go along with being sick that we've been dealing with since the end of November. Guarantee it's the end of November, and here we are into the second week in January, and still talking about it and still feeling the effects of it. That's why we're questioning what the hell this was. Even though all the COVID results came back negative, it sure as hell seems like some kind of COVID level bullshit we've been dealing with, and not any normal flu or cold. Too many weeks sick, non-stop. over and over. There's that recycling truck. Anyway, I hope you all will keep an eye out for upcoming stuff, and give us a like and a follow. Share our content. We really appreciate hearing from you. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.